Oh my, did I just... I think I just beat him. Oh.
Huh? What was that? Okay. Like, I recognize the voice from the very beginning when he said, let's see what's on this. Okay, these are dates. Don't know what year. So, let's see what happened on September 15th. Alright. Not much. He, setting up a recording, it looks like. Okay, I'll hit the stop button. So this is also September 15th. I'm guessing he got his stuff all set up properly.
Hey there, card gamers. I'm the Lucky Carter, and this is another pack opening video. Today, I am opening Catch Monsters packs and digging for that epic, shiny Transcend Dog! And here I'll add some crazy VFX with lightning bolts or something. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am about to open my first pack. Feeling good about this one. Feeling real good. Ooh, what do we got here? Okay, and our first rare is a Urchin. Not exactly a viable competitive card, but hey, it's a pretty one. All right, next pack. Feeling even better about this one. I gotta say, these cards are feeling extra silky today. I mean, they're so smooth. Not sure what they're doing down there at the card factory, but these are feeling good in my hands. Okay, let's see what we got here. Some jank cards, maybe a few additions to my draft cube. We'll see. And our rare for this pack is Bandog. Not exactly riveting so far, but we have many packs to go. Next pack, here we come. Just cut out this part.
All right, this is a little bit trippy. As a content creator, watching another content creator and content created by a game developer, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit fourth wally right now. Just to speak about that video some more, it would be interesting, but I can imagine far more expensive than video games to be like a trading card guy. I mean, I guess it wouldn't all be pack openings, but you gotta imagine, even on the cheap end, let's say these are like $6, $7 packs, and he's sitting there with like 20 of them on his desk that he's yet to open, plus all these other cards. Yeah, trading card games, super expensive to get into. But I mean, if you made more content based around things like, I don't know, deck builds, that kind of stuff. But still. And you could even see him kind of stretching for content, talking about the silky smooth feel of the cards. I mean, it is somewhat engaging, but yeah, that'd be hard. At least video games, you know, I'm sitting here playing them. Alright, let's see what happened on October 2nd.
Hey there, card gamers! I'm the Lucky Carter, and this is a vintage pack opening video. Today I'm opening a few super rare old packs I snagged at a garage sale. I've got 4 packs of Inscryption. You would not believe the deal I got on these. Now, not all of you will even remember this game. I'm barely old enough to have seen these going around in my childhood. For whatever reason, they only did one set of these cards and then stopped printing them. There's not a huge market for them anymore, but at the rate I got them for, there's not really much to lose. That being said, a foil Mantis God goes for a couple $100, so fingers crossed. Really cool art on these. Definitely stands the test of time. And our rare for this pack is Blue Mage. Cool looking card, but not going to be worth very much. All right. Let's see what we got going on in the second pack. This pack has been opened and resealed. Hope no one snuck the rare out of it. Suck. Come on, people, honestly. Who opens and reseals a pack? Yeah. There's a set of coordinates on this card. Looks like they were drawn on with a pen. 49 degrees north, 123 degrees west. I think I'd have to check, but I think that's pretty nearby.
Okay, that's kind of strange. But what's stranger is who knows what their coordinates are that they would know that those coordinates are nearby. That's the strangest part to me. I mean, the fact that they're written on a card and a pack of vintage cards, that's strange too, but how do you know, unless you do a lot of like geocaching or something? I have no idea what my current coordinates are. Anywho, carrying on. So the next day, looks like he is going to those coordinates. So October 3rd.
Alright, you guys. I'm out here living my best life. Got my trusty headlamp and shovel. Always come prepared, kids. Alright. Whew. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Getting close. I think. Assuming there is a thing to get close to. This very well may be a massive waste of...
Okay, so I don't think it's his battery. According to this, it hasn't gone down ever. But once again, I just have to comment on the coordinates thing. The fact that he would be the one to pick up the packs that would have a card with coordinates that are close to his location, just so bizarre. And looks like the error continues. Let's see if anything comes up. Okay, that was loud. My apologies. I didn't see anything, and I don't feel like listening to that again. However, same day, October the 3rd, looks like he's figuring it out.
Alright. That's why you always bring an extra battery, boys and girls. Every time. You gotta come prepared. Okay. All right. This is it. And now we dig. I give a 75% chance it's a rock. But only one way to find out. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, you guys, I can't believe it. There's actually something here. What? What the fuck? Guys, are you seeing this? I'm a little confused.
Hey, that's a game we're playing. Makes sense now why we couldn't start a new game. It's because we're continuing his game, which is kind of creepy to think about. I will say, though, I don't think that's the proper way to bury a disc, even an old floppy. I mean, it's right near the surface. Any kind of moisture. Maybe they were built super strong in those days. But let's see what happens later the same day.
Who even has a floppy disk drive anymore? Okay, $11. Cheaper than a foil steam ball, really. Alright, fine. Wow, great video.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to record that. I do like how he compares his real life purchases to the prices of cards. He really is the lucky carder. And a week later, on October 10th.
Okay, time to figure out what's on this thing.
Okay, maybe I was wrong, because he didn't have a new game option either. But that intro is just like our intro. Is it the same game? I doubt it, because I have a digital copy. This was off a floppy disk. So I think any bad jujus or any kind of voodoo magic would have been on the floppy disk, not on the digital edition. Unless we're talking about the ring type scenario. I don't know. And I guess from here, stop browsing footage. I mean, I don't see any more footage to browse, so yes. Wait a minute, that was all like camera type stuff up there. Crazy. And what is this? Is that just like a pile of meat? With a candle? Let's see. I do not celebrate often, and I seldom give gifts. But you, challenger, you are worthy. Please, do not be polite. Dig in. I think I'm good, thank you. Is there something wrong? Your prize awaits. I was hoping my prize would be something more like freedom. I don't know. Very well. Come with me. Stand right there. Yeah, your camera's here. I know you don't have any film in it. Do you want me to hand it to you? I guess I have to try to take a picture. Please, do not be foolish. There is no film in there. I will need that. At least we can see what he looks like now. You, challenger, are a champion, and I wish to commemorate your victory. Please inscribe your name. Ryan. Shh. Do not despair. You are a winner. That seems awfully close to what happens when I lose.
How is this game not over yet?
The last challenger managed to defeat me. A rare event. Go and ask how they did it. You will find them hanging from the door over there. Your starting deck. Is it just me or does the stoat look even worse? That might be the same, but... Oh man, I'm sorry, buddy. Stinkbug looks about the same. Lovely as always. So he said the previous challenger defeated him and is hanging by the door. Hey, that's me! Rin. Okay, so beating him didn't do much. Anything new around here? Nothing new there. We got the mycologist thing going on now. Let's grab some teeth. That. Yeah. Okay, so we never actually got the squirrel rattler scenario, but now it's back, but slightly repositioned. So I'm guessing there is something else in there. No clues on this. Nothing here except for more mycologist stuff this time. Is there some kind of relation? Maybe some kind of sequence. Let's see, there's 3 of them there, 2 of them there. I don't think... I mean, there's 3 hands, so I would need to find another one. And even then, I don't know which hand is which. Anything here? Nope, still no clues there. I guess we've got to beat him again. Maybe something will have changed. Well, before I forget, there is one advantage to editing my own videos. I noticed when on our way to the boss fight, there happened to be a little clock on the table, and it was inscribed with 11. So let's see if we can't get this to say 11 o'clock. I still don't know which hand is the hour hand and all that, but there we go. Does it fit? So if we don't pick up a ringworm, I guess that's a ring. I don't know how I missed 11 before, especially on my way to 12, but maybe I couldn't get this before getting to that point. Alright. Now that that's taken care of, don't have to try to pick up the ringworm anymore. Let's see what we get. Corpse Maggots, Worker Ant, and Luis. Well, that's not one of my cards, but it was one of the ones that attacked us in that final boss fight. He's got Sprinter and Submerge. Cheap 1/1. Pretty safe, but he can't really block. I think we'll pick up Corpse Maggots. If we can get a powerful card. Oh. What's our deck look like? I mean, I guess we can put that onto the wolf. But I was hoping to get... Yeah, I was hoping to get something a little bit stronger to put that on. We could always put the Bullfrog's ability onto maybe the Stoat. Allow the Stoat to block some flying creatures. And then try to save the Corpse Maggot ability for something stronger. The choice is yours, says the Stink Bug. Go Bullfrog. Onto Stoat. Fine choice, says the Stoat. Now he has a little bit of use. And let's do our first battle without our strong deck. Hopefully it'll be strong enough. So Pronghorn. That's kind of new. I mean, the abilities aren't. He's got Sprinter and Bifurcated Strike. It's going to be pretty hard to block. That'll be 2 damage coming in. We don't have our Super Squirrels anymore, unfortunately. Well, we can at least block a little bit by putting the Stoat in the middle. We'll go ahead and do that. Keep me alive, says the Stoat. Probably. And if he doesn't, the Corpse Maggots get to come out. He didn't block anything yet, but next time he'll block one. Let's draw a squirrel. And we'll hold on to it in hopes of getting the wolf next turn. So 1 damage. Even things back out. Stop that, says the Stoat. And now we have 2 squirrels. Play our wolf. Go ahead and play him there. He can block 1 damage from the Pronghorn. And this turn he'll kill the Pronghorn. Great draw, says the Stink Bug. Masterful, says the Stink Bug. And we shouldn't have any bones left now, so we can't play Corpse Maggots. But we can at least get 4 points of overkill damage. Alright, let's see what we draw here. There's a bat. Hey, the sadistic Pronghorn. Woe be to those that meet the end of its antlers. For 2 costs, I don't think it's that good. But if we were able to sacrifice it and put, well, at least the Bifurcated Strike on something stronger. Or the Beehive. If we get a good defensive card, putting the Beehive on that would be nice. Or a good offensive card for the Pronghorn. Except, if we get a good offensive card, I already want to use Corpse Maggot's ability on that. So we'll go with the Beehive. Or I guess I could have re-rolled. Just double checking, we need Rattler and Squirrel. Okay. Our backpack is full already. Nothing I want to sacrifice yet. So we'll go ahead and go to the campfire. The crackling fire lit the starving faces of a group of survivors. "We have not food," one said. "But perhaps one of your creatures will join us. Enhance its power," said another. "Alright. Do what you must," says the stink bug. "Nope, nope, nope," says the stoat. For offense, I think the wolf is our best bet. The survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's power. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your wolf. Just in time for a battle. So he's got a wolf cub. Not too dangerous yet. In fact, we could even use the beehive to get a couple bees out of it. So squirrel into beehive. And hopefully it'll last long enough to get 2 more squirrels for the wolf. Okay, he's got an alpha coming down. Alpha has 2 defense. Go ahead and get a squirrel. Play our bee. I think we'll play him here. So that way we can play the wolf here. And we'll get a damage going. Alright. So we got another bee. Pick up another squirrel. Play 2 squirrels. I think we're actually going to want to put the wolf in front of this wolf, because now that he's full grown, he's going to be stronger. We can kill him before he kills us. We have a stink bug now. Go ahead and use him to whittle down the alpha. And then if we lose this bee, we'll have another bee. Good enough for me. Let's see what we draw. Corpse maggots. Oh, now if this bee dies, which he should. Actually, no, we'll do enough damage with 1 overkill. So still won't get to see corpse maggots. Okay. Do I do random card? We'll do random card. Kingfisher, beehive, great white. The tyrannical great white, the master of the deep. A 4/2 that can't really be killed. I mean, it costs 3, but it's still pretty good. If we get the beehive and then find the mycologist, we could turn it into a 0/4. I say we reroll. Maybe get the rattler. Nope. In fact, I think the raven, what was he, a 2/1 or a 2/3 with flying? Sounds good to me. Once he grows up. Do we go to the campfire again? I think so. The warm light of a campfire was a welcome sight, though the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. Warm a creature by the fire? Enhance its power, said one. Sure. In fact, I think we could put the wolf back up there. The survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's power. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your wolf. Just in time for a battle. Lucky draw, says the stoat. We didn't draw our wolf, because he could have been a turn 1 kill. Pronghorn and a mole. The mole will move to block, unless we attack the pronghorn. Pronghorn will move around, however. Go ahead, place squirrel into stoat. Yep, says the stoat. And let's go. Ouch, says the stoat. Okay. The raven egg, which unfortunately we'd have to sacrifice the stoat to utilize. I wonder if that means the corpse maggots will come out, or if it has to die. I think it has to die from battle, but that's fine. Sacrifice the stoat. I'll actually put him here. We now have enough bones for the stink bug, and for a turn at least that pronghorn won't do anything. Yep, 2-3 with flying. Perfect. And he can fly over the mole. We do need some sacrifice material, but we also have nothing to draw yet, so there's our wolf. In fact, if we sacrifice both of these, now the mole will actually block it. Unless we just use it to kill the pronghorn. I think this is fine for now. I concede. Nope, no olive branch. We're going for overkill. So what we'll do is squirrel. Sacrifice squirrel and the stink bug. Death again, says the stink bug. Place a wolf here, and now we'll do 7 damage. Oh, never mind. Kinda forgot about the mole. No worries, though. Got a beehive. I don't want to sacrifice anything for it. The wolf will survive for a little bit longer. We'll just go ahead and play the beehive to play it. Maybe, nope, still not enough bones for the corpse maggots. But the raven should finish things off. No overkill, so it would have been faster to concede. But all that sprinter stuff kept getting in the way of my wolf. The Bountiful Warren. It spawns a rabbit when it is played. That's actually something good to put the beehive on. The Nascent Fawn. It quickly grows into an elk. Or the bullfrog. Let's re-roll for the rattler. I'm actually not sure what that is. I have no idea. A mirror symbol. Skink and mole. Yep, I don't even think I can take a guess at what that does. Nope, I can't see through enough of it to even begin to guess. But the mole is a good defensive card that we can put beehive on. And maybe we can get our super squirrels again by going to the totem. You came upon the old woodcarver who fixed her intense gaze upon you. After an overlong moment of silence, she moved to offer her carvings. Beehive on a squirrel, or the goat ability on a squirrel. I'd say the goat is a pretty good option at the moment. The gray-haired woman silently collected her carvings and left. A different form of super squirrel. Maybe not quite as good, but we can get some big powerful cards out early. You passed a massive empty bowl, surrounded by heaps of unidentifiable giblets and scantlings. It seemed the bowl was designed for a dog. But what earthly hound would require a meal of that size?
I'm so sick of this boss.
Where's that hound of mine? Lucky Carter decided to pay a visit. So pack mule, coyote. The raven egg will fly over anything. And actually, if we play the wolf before the pack mule comes down, we'll end that phase altogether. And he'll turn into a gold nugget, so we don't want that yet. So I think what we'll do is, for the moment, we'll just play the Greater Smoke. He's free. Our squirrel will allow us to... Actually, we could always draw another squirrel. No, we want to limit how many cards are out here, so this will work for now. Alright, go ahead and draw another squirrel. Play the squirrel. Sacrifice it for the wolf. Wolf will kill the pack mule. Greater Smoke will kill the coyote, but then die to the following one. My mule! Curse you! Let's see what we got. We got a squirrel, a cat, a beaver, and a turkey vulture. Well, I don't think we'll have enough bones for the turkey vulture. Let's go ahead and draw the mole. But we'll do enough damage with the wolf to put us in a phase 2, and we'll only have 2 gold nuggets. So let's do that. There's gold in them cards. Gold! I've struck gold! Oh, last time his coyote went away. I guess because it was up here. But that's fine. Bloodhound will come down and take out the gold nugget. And we actually maybe do have enough bones for the turkey vulture. So, let's see what we draw. Easy, boss. Just pop that mule. Let's see if we have enough bone. No, you don't have 8 bones yet. Lose some creatures and you might. So instead, play the squirrel. Sacrifice a squirrel for a raven egg. Then play the turkey vulture. Perfect. Get him! And now we'll have enough damage that we don't even need to play anything else. But we'll see what we get. I guess we can go ahead and play the beaver there. Blocked on both sides. No dams for your beaver. That's fine. And then we'll just do some damage with a little bit of overkill. You will not perish quite yet. Perhaps one of these will entice you. Strange larva, which we learned becomes really powerful. Child 13, which when sacrificed transforms. Or the Urayuli. With our squirrels having the black goat ability, this guy's more feasible now. Pick up the Urayuli. Maybe he's got some other kind of hidden benefit. Wiping the dust from your trousers, you return to your journey. A moment. Tepid water flooded your boots. Flies swarmed around you. You had entered the wetlands. Before that, let's see if there's any more teeth for us, which there are. Just another look for anything that changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The count has increased by 1 more. So even though he won, I guess he's gone. That's unfortunate. Still don't have the Rattler for the Rattler Squirrel combo. So let's see. We could reduce our deck by a card. Or go to the backpack, which we don't need. What card would I get rid of? Well, I'm going to want to use the Corpse Maggot's ability on the Urayuli. If I had to get rid of something, probably be the Beehive. Or maybe whatever we get from here. And let's see. Rat King, Mantis, or the River Snapper. Putting the Mantis ability on to Urayuli, well, putting him on anything would be great. The Wolf or the Urayuli. Probably put him on the Wolf, because the Urayuli I already have plans for. Or we could try for the Rattler. Let's try for the Rattler. Adder, not quite. Nope. We don't need the ringworm anymore, because we're wearing a ring. Guess we'll go with the Adder. Putting poison on something wouldn't hurt. I think I like it better than the Beehive. So let's get rid of the Beehive. Got our Minor Bone Lord card. And let's go to a battle. Alright. So a Skink 1-2 with the Loose Tail ability. What I'm thinking is we'll play a Squirrel, just summon one of these, and then sacrifice that plus a Squirrel for the Urayuli. I like it. We'll use the Mole just to block the damage from the Skink. Draw a Squirrel. Doesn't even matter what he's about to play, because the Urayuli is gonna one-shot this guy. My. Oh no, we missed the Mycologist. Because we didn't go this path and we couldn't see this far ahead. Fortunately, we have nothing to use the Mycologist with. So not too much of a loss. We'll pick this one because it could be the Rattler. Nope, it's the Bullfrog. Just another card to dispose of later on. We don't need another totem, so going this path, well, we don't need another backpack item either. So we'll go this way for a campfire, and then work our way up to the sacrifice. The warm light of a campfire was a welcome sight, though the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. Warm a creature by the fire, enhance its health, said one. Alright, what would be good for defense? Probably our Mole. Now he's a Mole Man, except he doesn't block flying. But that's fine. The survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's health. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your Mole. And a totem battle. Okay, his insects have Sprinter. A lucky draw, says the stink bug. His ringworm will move around and do nothing. And then he's going to have 2/2/2 ants. So that's already tough. The Raven Egg will die if it attempts to block, which then could put the Corpse Maggots out. And then after that we'll have enough bones for the stink bug. So I think this is what we'll do. Raven Egg to block. Oh, we actually have enough bones for the stink bug now. Forgot about the Minor Bone Lord. And that should reduce That ant's damage to 1. Think I like it. Oh my. Corpses are in no short supply. That stings, says the stink bug. He's got quite a few creatures coming. If I draw my wolf, I can play it. Nope, we drew our bullfrog. Which we could play. I mean, it's not going to do any better than the corpse maggots, so we'll hold on to it. Oh, now he's got so much out here that Sprinter doesn't work. I mean, even if we draw a wolf, now we'll need a squirrel in order to play it. Go ahead and draw a squirrel. We can't really stall that much. I mean, we could stall for one more turn. Yep, let's see what happens. Maybe we'll get a lucky draw. Oh no! He had a worker ant behind it. I should have looked.